One young woman said, my supervisor sent me a text message saying, quote, "Get naked, bitch."
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a shocking exchange between Senator John Kennedy and Acting Labor Secretary Julie Su over misconduct at the FDIC. Trust me, you won't believe what's been uncovered. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future updates. Let's get into it.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Acting Secretary, welcome. Part of your job, Madam Acting Secretary, is to protect and support employees, is it not?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe that we should protect, do you believe passionately that we should protect and support our employees?
I am passionate about that, sir, yes.
Okay. Do you believe that we should passionately protect and support our employees at the FDIC?
I do believe that all employees should be entitled to fair pay and come home healthy and safe.
Including the FDIC?
Yes.
Okay. Have you read the recent outside report, 234 pages, about the creepy old men at the FDIC?
I have not seen that, Senator.
Have you heard about it?
I have not.
Are you curious about it?
Yes, I am, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the report, the people who conducted the report, Madam Acting Secretary, and I'm surprised you haven't followed it, asked employees at the agency to phone in complaints. There's 6,000 employees, 500, almost 1 out of 10 employees phoned in complaints. Many of them were sexual complaints, sexual discrimination complaints. One young woman said, my supervisor continuously sends me text messages with photographs of his penis. Is that a labor violation?
I mean, it's horrible.
Well, another employee, an Hispanic employee, said my supervisor required me to recite the Pledge of Allegiance because he said I had to prove I'm an American. Is that a labor violation?
I think, Senator, everything that you're saying is not acceptable in the workplace.
Okay.
The technical question about labor violation is, I know they fall under various statutes, but yes.
One young woman said, my supervisor sent me a text message saying, quote, "Get naked, bitch." Is that a violation, labor violation?
I think it's unacceptable workplace behavior, certainly.
It's pretty bad. One young woman said, my supervisor regularly commented on my breasts and my legs and about his sex life. Is that a labor violation?
I think it's unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it? One young woman sent in a complaint and said, one of my supervisors asked me the following question, quote, "Does your husband eat you?" Close quote. Is that a labor violation?
I mean, it's unacceptable behavior. It's disgusting.
This all started when Senator Kennedy confronted Secretary Su during an Appropriations Committee hearing. He asked if all employees, including those at the FDIC, should be protected from workplace misconduct. Seems like a no-brainer, right? Su agreed, stating she is passionate about protecting workers. But then, things took a turn. Kennedy asked if she had read the 234-page report detailing harassment at the FDIC. Shockingly, Su admitted she hadn't seen it. Kennedy revealed 1 out of 10 FDIC employees reported misconduct, many involving sexual harassment. We're talking about explicit messages, discrimination, and intimidation. One female employee reported her supervisor sent her explicit photos. Another Hispanic employee was forced to recite the Pledge of Allegiance to prove he was American. Another woman received a text from her superior saying, quote, "Get naked." Kennedy wanted to know, is this a labor violation? Sue hesitated, saying these behaviors were unacceptable but didn't call them labor violations. Kennedy pressed harder, listing more disturbing examples. Sue deflected, refusing to call for action against FDIC leadership. Kennedy pointed out that Martin Gruenberg, the FDIC chairman, has been in power since 2005. If he didn't know about this culture of abuse, then, as Kennedy put it, he's like a rock, only dumber. And if he did know, then he allowed this toxic workplace to continue. Kennedy asked the big question, should Gruenberg resign? Sue dodged. She said it wasn't under her jurisdiction, that she could notify the right agencies but wouldn't take direct action. At this point it was clear, Kennedy wasn't buying it. And neither should we. This isn't just about one agency, this is about workplace protection across the board.
Well, what do you plan on doing about it? Don't you think that that all of the senior management at the FDIC should resign and be prosecuted?
So, Senator, I don't know if a complaint was formally made to the EEOC. That is the federal agency
But
that
you can
oversees
initiate
sexual
complaint. You're the
Okay.
labor secretary, and I know from your behavior you believe in protecting employees. Now, this is as egregious as I've ever seen, and I suspect you've ever seen. And I thought we'd already decided that this is no country for creepy old men. I'm asking you what you're planning. Are you going to call for Martin Gruenberg, who runs the place, to resign? He's been there since 2005, and one or two things are going on. If he says he didn't know about it, he's like a rock, only dumber. Or he condoned this behavior. For the Biden administration, does Me Too apply except at the FDIC? Is that what you're saying?
No, Senator. I mean, I have seen some pretty horrible things. I mean, we see human trafficking and people forced to work in unconscionable conditions.
Yes, ma'am, but what are you going to do about the FDIC?
So,
And how are you going to protect those employees?
well, they definitely deserve protection. This is where the Department of Labor's authority over the Fair Labor Standards Act, the OSH Act, and other things, the sexual harassment claims that you were talking about fall under a different federal agency. And
So you're just going to ignore it?
no, I mean, but I think that it's important for agencies to operate under the authority that they've been given by Congress.
Don't you
One
think
reason
you
I
have
think
a
I didn't
moral
know.
imperative to ask Mr. Gruenberg to resign, to quit?
I would say this, Senator. I would say, I think you said that a complaint had been made. I'm assuming it was made to the proper federal agency. I trust that our sister
Not yet,
agencies.
but they're coming. I'm just
Okay.
asking you what you're planning on doing, if anything. It doesn't sound to me like you're planning on doing anything to help these young female employees.
Well, now that you've brought it to my attention, I'm happy to make sure that the EOC is aware that there is a case like
But
this.
you're not going to do anything about it as labor secretary.
Well, let me say this, Senator. I know that the people of America need a very strong Department of Labor to protect working people across this country. Our authority to investigate, to cite, to end bad labor practices are bound by the authority that's given by you to me. These investigations occur at another agency.
You're not going to do anything, are you?
Oh, I just said I'm happy to reach out to them to make sure they are aware of it, and if they need any
Yeah, but you're
support
not
that I'm
gonna
able
use
to
any of your
give.
power to help those employees.
Thank
are
you, Senator Kennedy. We're going to begin a second round of questions.
Kennedy made it clear that no one in any job should have to tolerate harassment, intimidation, or discrimination. Well, that's where you come in. Make your voice heard. Share this video, spread the message, and demand accountability. And if you're tired of corruption and cover-ups, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover stories like this all the time, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Kennedy raised some serious concerns, and now it's up to the American people to push for real change. What do you think? Should FDIC leadership resign? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll see you in the next one.